addicted to success.
What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 35.
Trey Feezy.
My name is Fresh, and with me, I had the best man in all the podcast land. My nigga, if he don't get no bigger, Mr. B Hill.
Yeah.
What up, B? What up, B?
Pod gods in this bitch.
Pod gods. Hashtag
like
pod gods.
Don't try to trademark. We're going to trademark our shit. So don't
yeah,
try to
we got merch coming. Don't even try it.
Pod gods in this
Don't
bitch.
even try it. Pod gods. Yo, what's been up, man? What's been up? You know how we do. What's been up with y'all?
What is that? Shit, same old shit, man. Went to this past weekend. Thursday. My twins, they graduated from pre-K. So that was dope.
Congratulations tonight in Dream.
Yes, appreciate it. First of many, hopefully.
Yes,
their lives. What else I do?
Did you cry?
Much, man.
Did you cry?
Somebody started cutting onions in there for a second, but you know what I mean? Niggas cut the sprinklers on me for some odd reason. But it was short-lived. It was about my little girl more so than my little boy. Not because they like kind of gave speeches and shit. Not them individually, but the teachers and shit. And said some dope shit about my little girl and shit. So
girls are dope.
Yeah. She's like, said how sweet she was and all that other shit like that. So that made me, get a little misty, but it won't long enough for me to goddamn get busy like that.
You ain't got to justify your tears, bro.
Oh yeah, nah. I mean,
it won't for like 10 minutes. It was just like for a second,
it was the ceremony won't. It was kind of untraditional, so it really won't like crazy. But
so this was off the first grade.
Nah, that was pre-K.
Oh, pre-K. Okay.
Yeah, they go to kindergarten next year.
Okay.
So that was cool. And what else I do? Went to the movies on Saturday. Went to see Deadpool. That shit was dope for all you Marvel people that enjoy Marvel and superhero movies. That shit was dope.
That's the one movie I want to see. I gotta select Marvel.
We gotta see we ain't gotta see the first one to see that one to enjoy it because it's good as fuck. It's like a comedy though. Like it's like dry white people comedy type shit. And
What's the star? What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, that's my dude. That's my white boy there.
That's my white boy there.
That's fucking, I went to J. Alexander's. That shit is super overrated. Don't go to J. Alexander's. That shit is expensive as fuck.
J. Alexander's is trash. I don't go there that much. My first time going was in Atlanta like years ago, but it's one near my crib.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't bad.
Shit I had was trash. Like, it was way overpriced. I could have went to Roof Chris and enjoyed it way more. Or went to any other type
Roof Chris is kind of more expensive than J. Alexander's.
Not too much. I mean, shit, them niggas got like $30 steaks and $25 damn, cause I got like a half a chicken and shit. That shit was like, and some mashed potato. That shit was like $28 or some shit like that.
Damn, your chicken had tuxedo on when they brought that shit to the
And that
table.
bitch was nasty. That shit was the whitest man chicken ever. That shit was bland. I was mad as shit. I'm like,
seasoned
and
in the
then I asked for some damn hot sauce and these motherfuckers bring me some tapatio and goddamn Tabasco. I said, is this a Mexican restaurant? Like what the what is happening in here? I didn't like it.
You went to Jose Alexander's.
That shit was some bullshit. That shit was the white man conquered fucking Mexico or some shit. That shit was some bullshit. And they gave me like a whole bag of goddamn potatoes and shit. Them bitches was nasty as fuck too.
They gave you the potatoes like Five Guys, like dumped the shit in the bag.
That shit was like that shit was like 2 Jason's Deli's baked potatoes mashed up. That shit was crazy.
Them potatoes obese.
No, these shit, them shit's big as fuck. So it was like, she was like 17 pounds of fucking potatoes. Oh, I'm glad I ain't allergic to starch because I'd be creased the fuck up.
My 600-pound potato life.
I'd be in there looking like a pair of pants all I got them starch. That shit was crazy.
You creased up.
Yeah.
You came home with a crease.
Yeah.
So
nigga was folded clean down the middle. That shit was some bullshit. But yeah, that was about it, man. One of my homegirls passed away untimely. So, rest in peace, my homegirl Pop.
Man, rest in peace, man.
Yeah. Shit was trash.
What
Possible
happened?
suicide. I don't know. Her little brother committed suicide. So it's really a fucked up situation because they both died in the house type shit. Like in their parents' house because they were living with their parents and shit at the time. So my homeboy Tyrone, he killed himself all dramatic and shit. Like,
how long ago was that? What were the ages and shit?
Tyrone my age. So it was probably about 25, 26. So about 10 years ago. And then and Angela, she was like a couple years older than I was, like 37, 38, something like that. So her mama found her in the crib. That shit, I don't want to get too like morbid and shit and Debbie Downer, but yeah, mental health is real.
Because we actually have a little piece, some things went down last week. So we definitely, going to talk about, suicide and
shit just be wild when like your peers and shit that you've known literally all your life type shit or a good portion of your life die. That shit be weird.
Yeah, man.
That shit be weird.
I think we get into that age too. Like, and when I say that age, like a lot of things, personally have been going down with like people that I know, what I'm saying, where it's, things that you never would have thought, like you've seen it before, you know what I'm saying? Like drug addiction and shit like that. Like shit is really going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's just wild because even though we've seen these things before, now we're seeing them with people who we actually know and who are actually like our age or who we grew up with. And it just seems unbelievable because things always happen to other people, right? Yeah. Not us and not people that we actually know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit be real, boy. That my white boy that fixed my brakes and shit, a cool white dude, hood white dude, he was like, you realize you getting old when you got to deal with the mortality of people that were older than you. And I was like, shit, you're right though. Cause like like you think about your parents and you think about like, like other people's parents that are like integral parts of your life and shit. And even, your peers and shit, like you get into an age where motherfuckers like death is actually like not as uncommon as it is common. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when you're 20s and shit like that, unless you grow up like with motherfuckers like in Chicago or some shit with motherfuckers dying every 20 seconds, but like 9 times out of, I know a lot of people that died, a lot of my friends that died and shit, but it was moreover, not as many, you know what I'm saying? Like the ratio was living to dying was a little higher, but now that shit's starting to be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers going crazy and mental health and all this other shit, like shit crazy, but nonetheless, we here. It's a good weekend, not to be all Debbie Downer. Or shit
and
like
we
that.
got to revisit this again. So, if you got some unexpressed things that you want to talk about, and we can definitely bring it up there.
What you had going on?
But, we try to, we here at the Ain't Shit Show, we really try to take y'all away from the reality of life. Like we like to laugh. We like to talk about the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's why we try to stay away from Trump and all that stuff as much as possible. But sometimes things are just too big and we just need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And, that's one of them things, man. It's sad when you say things like, suicide is in pop culture now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, on a lighter note, my weekend, I went to see Ocean's 8. I went for Rihanna. Even though there are, a lot of great actresses in there, I thought it was a really cool movie. And I had a question like,
so was it better than Ocean's 11 and shit and Ocean's 13? Cause that shit was dope. Them shits was dope. One of them won't dope. I can't remember which one it was.
I saw Ocean's 11 and I like Ocean's 11. I don't remember if I saw Ocean's 13. So I think
it was Ocean 11, Ocean 12, and Ocean 13. I believe. I think Ocean 12 was trash, but Ocean 13 was dope.
Yeah, I know that I know I've seen Ocean's 11. And Ocean's 11 was good. I think, the way that I, speak on Ocean's 8 is kind of like Ocean's 11 meets Sex in the City. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell by the trailer that's how that was.
Yeah, they robbing the Met Gala. They robbing jewels at the Met Gala. But, the way that they put the shit together, it was so sweet. Yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. Like, I think it was, I think it was worth the price of admission. You know what I'm saying? And, is it gonna like blow your mind? No. But are you gonna leave there like, oh, that was a pretty good movie? Like, it was. And the way I had a thought, like, is Sandra Bullock underrated?
Sandra Bullock is. I definitely.
Or is she like who she need to be in the white people world? We just don't pay attention to white pop culture as much.
I mean, I don't know. I don't be in that world. I guess that's why they don't be in our world, but,
they definitely be in our world.
Yeah, they do. Well, I mean, but they still don't be knowing motherfuckers. Like, they know, like, Samuel L. Jackson and, Morgan Freeman. They know, like, the token, not token.
They know Cardi B. They know niggas who have reached a certain level that you can't escape them. And that's kind of how we are, right?
Yeah, cause
like,
they be mad
a white person,
that I don't be knowing. I be like, now, who the fuck is that? Versus like if I see, like,
and they be winning Oscars and shit. And we like, we never seen this nigga a day in our life. Like, where the fuck he come from?
That's true. But yeah, Sandra Bullock dope though. She got some hitters on deck. I don't know. I can't think of the movies off the top of my head, but
one of my favorites was Miss Congeniality.
I was just about to say that. Miss Congeniality was dope. She was in one other movie. I'm about to look at her IMDb. She had some hits.
Listen, Sandra Bullock, the reason I bring up Sandra Bullock, because I was looking at the movie, I'm like, yo, Sandra Bullock dope as fuck. Like, she carried the fuck out that movie. Like, she did dope. Her thing in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, her whole swag, and she able to like switch it up. You know how she was kind of like goofy in Miss Congeniality. Then she had to get herself together. Like, she was a straight ass boss.
She pretty too.
What movie you see?
I said she pretty too.
Yeah, she is. Which was like, I don't think I ever really, I think, I always say like, I think Rihanna is pretty, but I think Rihanna is 80% swag. Like, her swag just so crazy.
Yeah,
her swag is crazy. But I feel like if Rihanna was a girl that worked at the bank.
Speed was hard.
Speed was a good one. Speed was a good one. But yeah, but Sandra Bullock had so much swag in this movie, my nigga. Like, it was dope. Like, I would definitely recommend y'all see, Ocean's 8. And it's, women run this shit right now. It's our time. You know what I'm saying? And we getting everybody up out of there. So, I definitely recommend that. And, what other movie you see up there?
I see, let's see.
That's notable.
Minions. She got Minions.
No, where she actually acted.
Yeah. The Blind Side. Fucking Blind Side. Was good
she was. She played a different role in that one too.
Yeah.
Did she have an Oscar?
That one,
a nomination?
Oscar. Let's see what that is. Hold on.
Damn it, man. Sandra Bullock.
It is. What the fuck is it? For Gravity, I think. No,
Gravity.
Maybe it's for Gravity.
No, it could have been for either one, because I never saw Gravity, but white people love Gravity.
Gravity. That's a hard song. By John Mayer. Speaking of white folks.
And white folks news.
Yeah.
But shout out to Sandra Bullock. And my weekend was a little typical. I did some things and that was it.
You just got mad movies, boy.
What new music you anticipating? I know we didn't listen to Cudi and Ye.
Nas drops Friday, and I'm definitely
Nas is this Friday?
Yep.
Damn, I thought Tiana was this Friday.
Nah,
all right, bet. I'm listening to Nas. We didn't listen to Cudi though.
Nah, I didn't. I actually kind of wanted to, because I've been hearing like good things about it.
If it was just Cudi, I would listen.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I'm definitely looking forward to Tiana shit though.
Tiana, Neo dropping Friday.
I might give Neo a go. I mean, Neo.
Yeah, you gotta at least listen. You know what I mean? Listen
I'm a
once.
Neo fan. Like, that nigga Neo, but I like R&B Neo. I don't want to hear that goddamn shake weight music, as we used to say back in the day.
Throwback shake weight music. Shake weight music, for y'all who don't understand, is like that EDM, like that gay club music.
That glow stick ass music. I don't like that
glow
shit.
stick rave music. That's the space Neo be in and Chris Brown be in, and
Chris really don't be in that shit like that.
Nah, Chris be in that shit. Don't be giving
when the last
Chris
time
no
Chris
passes.
made one of them?
He make one every other song, my nigga.
Nah, he doesn't. When's the last one? You can't think of one that he just recently made.
Because I don't listen to them shits.
Cause he don't be having them. He ain't having them. Like that whole fucking album, that 72 song album was pure R&B. It was all R&B.
I ain't listened to that whole joint. I still ain't listened to that whole
That shit was
joint,
all R&B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
so I really can't.
Like, bro, ain't really been making that.
His
that
hits been those EDM joints, though.
His hits been a lot of shit. Like,
his hits have been a lot of shit, but we not gonna act like Chris don't make shake weight music too.
Not as
and that's
much,
how they
though.
get their
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
money.
He kind of got
That's
away
how they
from
get
that
their
shit.
money.
He got
Y'all
away from that
niggas
shit.
don't
He
be
be
buying
making that
music
shit.
like these shake weight niggas be buying music. That's why Nicki Minaj, Chris, Neo, all these niggas make.
This nigga just posted some shit on his Instagram. That nigga said like that shit. His fucking last album been streamed over 30 billion times. Shit just like I was like, God damn, 30 billion. Like
streamed.
No, I don't know.
And niggas ain't buying 30 billion joints.
It don't fucking matter. That shit's going. 30 billion is 30 billion. If motherfuckers don't listen to your shit 30 billion times, you know how much
nigga,
that is?
it's 45 joints on the album. You listen to it twice. Everybody done put in motherfucking into the 30 billion. It ain't hard when you got 45
still don't
joints.
lie. 30
numbers
billion?
Definitely lie when
Think
we have
about
not
billions.
proof. Listen, I'm not trying to take nothing away from Chris Brown. I'm just saying you riding a little hard. I'm just saying Chris Brown definitely makes shake weight music. He makes a lot of money off that shake weight music.
I don't really recall. I can't recall.
You got 45 songs on one joint. How long you think it's going to take Kanye with 7 songs and all these pushing and all these other people with 7 songs to get there, and they only got 7 songs?
Not 30 billion though. Niggas might get 3 billion.
Chris Brown is great. I'm not taking that away. Chris Brown is great.
30 billion. That's not like.
And we haven't proven if people are reporting their streams right. And you know, it's been a lot of controversy around that as well.
I mean, shit. It's fuck it.
But congrats to Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Congrats to Chris Brown.
Black excellent news. Just to
Black
fast
excellent
forward.
news. So you looking for? You said you looking for Nas. Anybody else that's coming out?
Tiana Taylor, Gunplay album come out on the 22nd. I'm a huge Gunplay fan. That Gunplay, for those who don't know, is I guess from
he was on Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop fame, but he be with Ross. He like one of the original MMG members and shit. Light skinned dude.
He
with
can't
all the
stay out of
tats
trouble
shit.
long enough to.
Bro, yeah, he actually been chilling though. Like he had a crazy murder case or like a robbery case that he beat, but outside of that, like he been chilling outside of that. So his album dropped. I'm excited about that because he hard. And I don't know who else. I don't know. I don't know who else coming out.
I know Nicki and Drake coming out.
Oh, Ty Dolla and Jeremiah shit gonna be coming out.
Hey, I'm looking for that.
Cause that single shit they got is fucking crazy.
Listen, I feel like Ty Dolla and Jeremiah are so underrated. Like I've been listening to Beach House 3.
That shit is crack. The
Beach
deluxe
House 3
version
is
or the original?
Well, I listened to the deluxe. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't, even though I think I jinxed it because I said Ty Dolla really never disappoints. I wasn't feeling a lot of the extra songs on the deluxe. Not all of them. I loved everything on Beach House 3, but then when the deluxe came out, some of them sound like throwaway songs to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
I never listened to it. I don't think I heard maybe one song off of it, and I think I like that, but I ain't listened to it in its entirety. But that shit he got with Jeremiah, that shit is crazy. Over the Mary J. Blige beat.
Jeremiah be under the radar, man. But Jeremiah, if you ever think about it, Jeremiah always got like a hit. But don't nobody be knowing. Yeah, I mean, like everybody listening to it, but don't nobody be like, oh, Jeremiah. Like it be on the radio, but I bet
Jeremiah got a mean concert because that bitch got a whole lot of hits.
He got a lot of joints.
Like it's like a lot of niggas that you go like Fat Joe, for example. Niggas know Joe got like hits, but you never realize how many Joe hits he got until that bitch start performing. That bitch got an hour. Like that nigga got hours of hits.
Yeah.
Like, you be like, damn, this nigga Joe got a hit.
Yeah.
Some niggas like that. That's how like they kind of just stay like consistently low and shit. Like just get their money and
they get money low, but they definitely be having hits and shit. Meanwhile, Remy Ma going through her transgender surgery.
She is such a Remy hater in that regard. I'm a Remy hater in her music regard. She actually
I'm not
look
a
good.
Remy hater. I
Remy
just
look
feel
right, man. Like Remy looking
you're
way
not
better.
gonna fat transfer and Dr. Miami your way into a hit. Like focus on the music, my nigga. Like Remy is a big thuggish, ruggish broad. And I get it. You want to look like Nicki and then all the other bitches that's out here, but that's not going to get you a hit. I don't care how you look. That's not going to get you a hit. I think she need to focus on the music. I think she looked like a transsexual now.
I don't agree. She looked better. Like, she looked better than she used to. If you
into transsexuals.
I'm not into transsexuals, but she looked better. She looked better though. I mean, do you recommend this course of action for Remy? She looked better than she did, so I'm cool with it. I hated Remy was not attractive to me prior to.
I mean, I don't feel like Remy was ugly. I just felt like Remy was Remy. So
she looked better than she used to.
Do you recommend this? Do you recommend that this is the course she go, fix her outside and then focus on the music?
Her music's not going to be good to me anyway. I'm not a fan of her, so I don't really give a fuck. Sorry. So it'd be better. It appeases me more for you to look better at least. Like I don't like the music. Like, I'm not a fan of your music.
Well, at least it only took you 20 minutes to say something misogynist this episode.
What? That wasn't misogynist.
I'd rather you look good.
Yeah, I'd rather you look good than work. Like, cause I'm not going to like your music. That music is poop. You don't rap on beat.
I like Remy. I haven't liked her music recently. I'm still rooting for you, Remy, but you've been letting me down. So Remy let me down. Nicki let me down. Drake let me down. And I'm still mourning the losses of you guys because I really believed in you guys and your battle abilities. But, thanks for letting me down, guys. I appreciate that. It's like your dad said he was going to pick you up and left you on the corner and you never showed up. You know what I mean?
Yep, she's a 7-year-old little girl right now.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. The project window. Don't do that. My dad was always around. Don't do that. But I'm saying in theory, I feel like that's what it would be like. Shout out to, Robert De Niro for saying fuck Trump.
Real nigga though.
Hey, we fuck with you. Don't Robert De Niro fuck with black women?
He's married to a black woman. Got 2 black kids.
Okay. Gotcha. I knew it was something in there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was something in there. Yeah. Black pussy will make you say fuck Trump for real though. I get it.
Shit, them white folks been having black pussy all their fucking existence. That ain't changed shit. But shout out to him though.
Shout out to him though. Hey, you ready to get into, you know what? I actually want to separate this out before I, get into litter shit. Cause I don't want this to be into litter shit. I want us to get the kind of the heavy shit out the way, before we get into, like the bullshit. This is not a particular segment, but I feel like we need to talk about this. And, that's in regards to the situation we was talking about earlier, talking about like suicide, you know what I'm saying? And
suicide. It's a suicide. Was that? I don't know if that was right. I don't think I should have did that.
Yeah, I don't think you should have did that. But it's okay. We get it.
Suicide.
We get it. But, as you guys know, Anthony Bourdain and, Kate Spade, 2 celebrities, committed suicide last week. Kate Spade was 55 years old. And for those who have been under a rock and don't know who Kate Spade is, she was a high-end, person accessory line designer. She was found dead in her Park Avenue apartment by the housekeeper. She hung herself, with a Kate Spade scarf, ironically, on a doorknob. And she left a note for her 13-year-old daughter telling her, that it's not her fault and to ask her father what happened. Rumors, have it that Kate Spade's husband, wanted out of their 35-year marriage. And Kate couldn't handle it. And think about it, she was only 55. So they've been married 35 years. That's a long ass time. But, he wanted out. And then on Friday, which is a person who seemed to got a lot of, love, outcry and people just upset was Anthony Bourdain. He was 61. For those who don't know who Anthony Bourdain is is a celebrity chef and he had shows like Kitchen Confidential and Parts Unknown on CNN.
Parts Unknown was hard.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that watch that. I've seen episodes, but I was not an avid watcher of it, but I definitely know the show. He was found dead in his parents' hotel room. He left behind 11-year-old daughter. He was not, officially divorced from his wife, even though they split, in 2016, but he was in the process of, I guess he was engaged or about to propose to, his more recent, girlfriend that he had. You know, it's just crazy because you have these people who are rich, right? And then they are actually doing jobs that, from the outside looking in look like they loved. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be a designer. You have a successful high-end purse line, and they say Kate Spade was worth $200 million when she died. Anthony Bourdain was worth $16 million when he died. And although there seems like a disparity, and that it's a lot of money either way it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you host a TV show cooking, you worth $16 million. You know what I'm saying?
And then you travel across the world, and like, them niggas pay for that shit, and you go in desolate locations and eat food. That shit was hard. Fuck.
You're having mad experiences. You have the world at in your palm. Like, you can do whatever you want, but these people still felt like this was, you know, the only way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we talked about this earlier. You know, I don't know, like, if you've ever been in that state. Have you ever been in that state of mind at all?
Nah, I fortunately never had to really deal with like major depression. I mean, I've had like lulls and, you know, darker moments, but nah, I got too much shit. Like, for me, suicide has never been an option, just solely based on the fact that I know what it'll do to the people that love me. And I would feel worse about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just, I don't know, like, cause I know people that have committed suicide, and I know that, like, the toll that it takes. Like, for instance, my homegirl that I mentioned earlier in the podcast, like, she found her brother, like, dead, and she never shook back from that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if this is a byproduct of her finding him, and if she committed suicide just because she couldn't maintain or whatever, but I don't know. But I just personally couldn't do that because of the ripple effects that it's going to have on the people that I love. So, and plus, shit's never really been that bad for me. Like, I have, you know, struggles just like the next man or woman, you know what I'm saying? But never to the point where it's like, shit, I just smoke some weed or something real fast, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too silly to fucking, I think, kill myself or get too depressed, cause like, I'm always find some silly shit that makes me laugh. You know what I'm saying? So
laughter is it, man. Yeah. Laughter is it. And I'm with you. Like, I've never been thank you God, I've never been in that frame of mind. Please pray over me and hope I never get in that frame of mind. I do understand, mental health, is something where you don't have control over your mind anymore, you know, and I'm thankful that I've never been that way. And I don't personally, I do know people who have said that they have been in a place where they felt like this was the only way out, you know, and they didn't. I have a friend of mine who said when she was in middle school, she had a little boyfriend at the time, and he hung himself. You know what I'm saying? And you know that, like,
that shit's crazy, man.
That is crazy. If y'all ever hear that Fresh killed herself, know that it's a lie, and make sure that they investigate thoroughly. You know, you had the whole Chris Lighty situation where he killed himself. That
was a crazy podcast too. Shout out to fucking what was brother name? Combat Jack. He died.
Combat Jack. Yeah, he died. He wasn't suicide though, y'all. For those who don't know, he passed away of cancer.
Fuck cancer too.
Yeah,
and suicide. Fuck suicide. Fuck cancer. Fuck anything that takes people away
from who they are. Yeah, definitely. And you know. So like, what do you do personally when you just feeling down, or you feeling the blues, or whatever? Like, what are some things that you do to get yourself back centered?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, I think probably the worst time that I had, like, was mentally, that looking back at it, like, I had, when my twins was born, they were born premature. So they were born, both of them were 2 pounds, 8 ounces and shit. So like, them niggas look like little Cornish hens. That's about the equivalent, but they weren't even as big as no fucking Cornish hen. Them niggas were small as shit. So, excuse me. Like that part, and my wife was in the hospital for like a month and a half, and then the kids was in the hospital for another like 2.5 months and shit.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Tiff was in the hospital. She was in the hospital before because she had went like preterm labor and shit for like week 20 because typically twins are high risk, right? So like it's not a normal pregnancy like just one child. So it's a little bit more caution and care that takes precedent. Long story short, won't bore you with all that shit, but she was in the hospital from like week 20 to week, I think 28. Like she came home for a week and then had to go right back. So and she was in Duke at the time and I was in Raleigh. So like I was going back and forth, had just started a new job. You know what I'm saying? Like didn't have no fucking time to really be taking off and shit like that. But my kid, you know what I'm saying? And she wasn't working. So I was a sole provider. So it was just a lot of shit, you know, it was more stressful than anything, I think. And that shit just kind of had me in like a funk because of the fact that I felt kind of helpless and shit. So what I did was pray to God, you know what I'm saying? Like I just asked for strength in that time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was kind of self-medicating. I was drinking a little bit more, smoking a little bit more or whatever than I was, eating a little bit more. I was definitely eating way more. Like I was big as fuck at that particular time. Just cause like it was late nights. Like I had to get up, you know what I'm saying? I go to the hospital as soon as I get off work, stay there for like 3-4 hours and come back home at 10, eat something, go back, you know what I'm saying? So start the rat race all over again. So I just prayed, kicked it with my peoples when I had an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I believe, you know, your people love you and they're going to lift you up if you got the right people around you. So I would go and kick it with my peoples and shit, you know what I'm saying? And just try, I don't know, just prayer and kind of just keeping my head down and shit and seeing the light. And then, you know, everything manifests itself and turned out to be good. But I mean, that's how I cope. Typically, when I'm down and I'm in a lull, you know what I'm saying? I try to kick it with my peoples, pray, cause that shit definitely works for me. And, that's it. So, how about you? I honestly feel like the kind of the lowest points where I've been in have probably been surrounded by, you know, like death, you know what I'm saying? Me losing people, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, it's just that thing where we were just talking about, that mortality thing, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, my pops got killed and, right, you know, my granddad and my dad passed away. My granddad passed away of cancer and they died within a year of each other. You know what I'm saying? And, that was his dad? No,
my mom's dad.
Gotcha.
And you know, it's just kind of one of those things where I've learned about myself is, I do one or two things. Like when my mind won't shut off, I gotta go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like I just gotta go to sleep and I feel like that's the way to shut my mind off. Or I'm a master of distraction. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out. I'm with people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to, you know, kind of be alone with my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way, because I proactively, kind of, soothe myself to make sure that I don't get into those spaces that people get in where they feel, because I don't know exactly how the brain is a complicated thing. You know what I'm saying?
Wild.
And all I know is if you keep certain endorphins and dopamine and shit going to it, you know what I'm saying? It mitigates. It mitigates the chances of you slipping into a space where, you know, you can't get out of. And what was very interesting is when I first moved to Atlanta, that's where, my grandmother passed away. You know what I'm saying? And, I always said like, yo, my grandma passed away. Like, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Like, if my mom or my grandma passed away, like, I ain't gonna be able to function. My grandma on my mom's side, you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about it, I mean, not the funny thing about it, but the thing about it is when I was coming from Atlanta from the interview, I got the call saying my grandmother had passed away. I was on the road headed back to North Carolina when I got the call saying my grandmother had passed away. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, 2 weeks after that, 2 to 3 weeks after that, I had to move to Atlanta and change my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about Atlanta is that I had ample distractions.
Yeah.
However, I still had to, I was still in a relationship or partly in a dissolving relationship at that time. And, so that was going on. And then I'm in a whole new place. My routine is totally different. I'm starting a whole new job, and like all of that shit was stressful. You know what I'm saying? I really think, what saved me, at some of those points was just that, going out and being with my friends, and doing those things and making sure like I don't slip into a space where I'm fucking in the dark crying, I'm saying, all the time. And I'm a very private person, I'm saying? So I'm not the type of person, and I'm not saying this is the way to be, but I'm not the type of person that's going to hit up some random friend like, yo, I'm going through XYZ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
music helped me out too, not to cut you off. So I was just thinking about it because like I used to have to go back and forth to Durham and shit. So this was when Good Kid, Mad City and Miguel, the album with Adorn on it, Kaleidoscope Dreams. Like I was playing the fuck out of them shits. Like, right. That shit was like I don't know, that shit was like therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, I don't know, that shit, now looking back at it, like kind of in retrospect, that shit is definitely something that helped me. But yeah, that shit.
Music definitely helps. I feel like people need to find, what makes them happy. I definitely feel like you need to express your grief. And again, I don't have no type of degree in this, but what has helped me is I feel like you need to express what's going on with you. However, don't wallow in it. Like, don't let it consume you. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are like, I'm sad and this is what I want to be. Like, I need to be sad right now. And I feel like, personally, I feel like that's how you get taken under when the sadness is outside of your control. You know what I'm saying? But I've never, ever been to the point where I felt like leaving was the only way out, because everything is temporary. You know what I mean? Like, you think about shit that you was upset about a week ago or a year ago or 10 years ago.
That's my shit. Like, I don't stay mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be mad for long. So, or I don't really stay into too many of them, that same emotion for very long myself personally. So. Yeah,
that's me too. Like, my scale is, Sean, can you do anything about it? No? Yeah. All right, well, then you need to move along. If you can do something about it, then you need to do something about it. It's either one of those two things. Either you can or you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no need. I always tell people all the time when they are, and I tell myself this too. I have conversations with myself. Maybe I'm crazy, but sometimes you have to talk to yourself. I
definitely talk to myself. My wife be catching me. She like, what the fuck are you doing, weirdo? Talking to myself, motherfucker.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think something about to happen, like, ain't no need in worrying about the shit twice. Cross that bridge when you get to it. Like, I'm not about to ruin my whole weekend because what I think gonna happen at work on Monday. You know what I'm saying? And, you just have to, I feel like it's mentally training yourself. Like you said, it's just like being in the gym or whatever, getting your body or what, it's exercise. And if you training your brain to be in that dark place or be in that woe is me place all the time, like, you can't change the past. You can't change what happened. All you can do is change tomorrow.
Don't be Mario Winans in the tub talking about you don't want to know. That was the most if you listen to that, this shit made me think about it because that shit came on the radio today. I'm like, this is the most depressing shit. Like, and I remember the video shit, the nigga was in that goddamn tub with them bubble baths talking about, I don't want to know. Man, if you don't shut your ass up.
Nigga, I never even thought about that or listened to that. Now I need to go back and listen to that.
You gonna be depressed. Don't be having a good day because that shit's gonna fucking, you be like, God damn, Mario Winans, you whining like a motherfucker in this goddamn tub.
That's why his name Winans.
Yeah, but old depressing ass nigga.
I reached out to Dr. Bone. Y'all remember Dr. Bone from a couple episodes ago. And I wanted to reach out to a professional and just, so we could give y'all some insight or some tips on what to do. And I'm actually about to read this from Dr. Bowen. I do want to read this. She says that there are many ways we can help to remove the social stigma regarding mental illness and suicide and make it easier for people not to self-stigmatize themselves. Talk openly without shame or without self-consciousness, about your own experiences of mental health, about yourself or your family. If you have a sense someone around you is struggling, have the courage to ask them, how are they doing? Put yourself in their shoes and try not to judge, but to the extent, make sure that you have compassion and have the compassion that they need. One note on that, I think sometimes that we don't want to get into that with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the crazy thing about all of this is that a lot of people that I personally hear about, that commit suicide are people where people were like, oh nah, it was all good. Like they seemed happy. They seemed, you know what I'm saying? It's not the person that's always walking around, you know, with this cloud over them. And some people, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, so with that being said, check on your strong friend. I say that all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I am probably one of the strong friends, you know what I'm saying? And even though I'm not a very open person, I'll be like, niggas always coming like what they got going on. Nobody just hit you up to say, yo, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like what's going on? When you seem like you have it together, people assume you have it together. You know what I'm saying? So check on your strong friend. She says here, she continues, if you yourself are thinking about suicide, get help. Part of depression is feeling as if there is no hope. So even if it feels as if the future is bleak, it does not mean it is so. Depression, warps your sense of self and ability to see the future. Call the suicide prevention Lifeline. That's interesting. They call it Lifeline. I like that instead of Helpline. But the number is 1-800-273-8255. And I will also put that number, in the show description, when the show goes live for streaming. We will never know what causes anyone, celebrity or not, to decide to take their own life or that their life is not worth living. We can, however, work to do better by others in ways to talk to them about mental illness and suicide and do better ourselves at seeking help when we need it. And she also adds here, talk to your kids. Suicide is the second leading cause of death between kids the age of 10 to 15. So, you know, that's heavy.
A wild stat.
That is a wild stat. And it bothers me because my nieces, who I always talk about on this show, are in that age range and they are so influenced. And I guess we all were at that age, but when you get older and you looking at the shit, you like, that shit is crazy. But we all went through that.
They got more reach though. Like it's way more reach than like when I was 13, I didn't have no fucking Instagram, so I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can look at porn on your phone. Like, you know, I mean, I know that, but I mean, that's just real. Like the reality of it. Like my homeboy.
Please don't find a way to work Tasty Blacks into this section.
Say it, but Tasty Blacks, you already know what time it is. One time for y'all. But like my homeboy, his daughter, 11. I remember he was fixing my brakes and shit, and he was like, I'm trying to figure out something to do with my little girl when I get, you know, when I leave from here. I was like, shit, take her to the pool. He was like, man, you know, she like 11. She got like body, conscious issues. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, she's 11. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is she like self-conscious about her fucking body? She's a fucking child. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, dog. He was like, she don't be wanting to go to the pool and put on a fucking bathing suit or some shit because she don't like the way she's shaped. I'm like, what shape? She's 11. You know what I'm saying? And then he talking about she like fell in love. Like she came to him and told him that she kissed a girl and shit. And he like, his first initial reaction was like, what the fuck? Like his eyes got huge, stupid.
First of all, you're 11. You shouldn't be kissing nobody.
My point, yeah. But like, especially no fucking girl. You don't even know who you are at that particular time. Like he was like, so. Well, I
can't say that, but.
I mean,
people know who they are, but either way, I don't care. Like you're 11. You shouldn't be kissing nobody.
I was kissing at 11, but, I got my first kiss, my first tongue kiss at 13, so, whatever. But,
no, I think I kissed at 10 or 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was fast.
But I ain't tell my mama. I definitely didn't tell my daddy. But that's good they got that relationship though.
But he was like, he was about to spaz, and he was like, he calmed himself down and was like, okay, did you kiss her with your mouth open or closed? And she was like, what you mean? He was like, was it like a peck, like how me and you kissed, or did you like have your mouth open and your tongue? She was like, ew. He was like, thank God. So he was like, he was so relieved that it was just like a peck type shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I couldn't imagine my little girl kissing no fucking little girl. Like, I swear to God, I would.
Listen, women are popping,
but like,
but
little girls.
No, listen. I just feel like, you know, I don't have kids, but I'm glad that he went about it that way. Mm-hmm. Because when parents don't support their kids, like, that's what make your kids not talk to you about shit. Yeah, and that's what makes this 10 to 15 stat so crazy, because my fucking dad or my mom or whomever in my family think I'm fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, what people need to understand just about sexuality, period. It's not what you want. It don't matter what you want. You didn't have to decide, hey, I want to marry a woman or I want to be with a woman. Like, some people might not like that. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, like, you got to support your kids, like, regardless. If what they're doing is not hurting anybody, like, you got to support your kids, because you push your kids away. And applause to your friend for calming himself down. And I get it. We're human and we have our reactions to things, but shout out to him for handling that. I think I would have just been pissed, period, because you out here kissing. But like I said, I feel like I was in Milwaukee when I kissed, and I want to say I was probably like 9 or 10, and I remember, you said you were in Milwaukee, little boy. Yes. So
you used to live in Milwaukee?
Fun fact.
A random ass fucking place. Nigga said I was in Milwaukee. Like,
fun fact about Fresh. My mom and dad's family originates from Mississippi. But they migrated to, my mom's family migrated to DC. My dad's family migrated to, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So like when I was in,
they call it Kilwaukee or some shit.
No, it's like hood. Yeah. For Milwaukee, you know what I mean? It's like the blackest part of Wisconsin. But I did.
That's where Cuckoo Cow was from.
Cuckoo Cow, yeah. And Hey in the middle of the barn. That was Chicago.
That was from Chicago. I saw you in the Cuckoo Cow video.
You definitely did, and I was only there from 1st grade to 3rd grade, or 4th.
You was in my first grade to 3rd grade. I see you out there with
my projects
video. That shit was hard though.
No, but I did. I remember kissing this boy behind the behind the door. And then like later on that summer, he was running from a dog and he ran into a pole and fucked his face up. And I stopped talking to him. So that was that. But anyway, you know, to lighten up that very heavy subject, listeners, we love y'all. If y'all feel like y'all going through something, call that line, man. Call that suicide line.
Call me.
1-800-273-8255. And that's the suicide prevention, Lifeline. Call, man. Because
I don't know. Don't call me, cause I may not. That shit kind of heavy for me.
No, he gonna have you watching Tasty Blacks and still being depressed.
That shit will definitely shake you back though. Like, if you get a little down in the dumps, go to a little group orgy.
Let's go into some lighter shit as if we ain't already there.
Let's get into a group orgy to get your spirits high,
or to get you AIDS. So
it's from your phone. Unless your phone is wild. Okay. I wasn't necessarily talking
to get
about
a virus.
Okay.
I just heard group orgy.
Yeah, damn. This motherfucker, I don't know what type of phone you got. You got stupid FaceTime. Get AIDS from FaceTime.
Put a condom on your phone before you go in the
gracious, be a condom on your head.
Hey, you dumb as shit. Put your cups up for little shit, man.
Little shit in this bitch.
Little shit. What are you drinking?
What am I drinking? Kettle One.
Kettle One. I am drinking coconut Ciroc and Coke. So yeah, I've been trying to change it up on you hoes. But anyway, we're going to put our cups up.
Gluten free.
OG gluten free.
OG gluten free in this bitch one time for your mind.
OG gluten free. Hey, shut the fuck up. That was funny as shit. OG gluten free. Oh, put your cups up and we're going to make a toast. Because we gotta get these stunt double babies the fuck up out of here. So
stunt double babies? Oh, you talking about the XXL niggas? Is that it?
So Beyonce and Jay-Z opened up their On the Run tour in Wales this weekend, and they were holding two fat, cute light-skinned black babies. And, on the screen, it said love is universal. And the other one said love never changes. And it's J holding one and it's B holding one. And they even show some pictures of, look like a vow renewal with Blue Ivy and some babies. And the internet was dumb excited. I was one of the people that was excited because Rumi and Sir are my niece and nephew to me. But come to find out, or what is alleged, is that it was not them at all. Like, they had stunt double babies, man. Like, what was the point of that? I don't get it. Like, why have fake babies? Like,
yeah, I don't know. That just to do that shit because they could, and they want to send everybody in a frenzy.
That's crazy. I said, you know, with these babies, I'm just like, okay, did they do it because they just want to? Did they do it because I know that they shot like a faux movie or something like that for the On the Run tour to play or whatever? Like, is these just the actor babies, or are y'all really just fucking with us because y'all can?
They might be them. They might be like, nah, these ain't our babies, and they could be their babies.
I believe it. Cause Jay and BB on that shit, man. Yeah. They know they could do whatever they want to people, and then shit still fly, man. Yeah. That's fucked up.
You going to the tour?
I got my tickets. I'm going. I actually got pre-sale tickets. My tickets was only like $150, but I know somebody who in the same section that I'm in that paid $450. And I know somebody in a worse section than me that paid $525.
So the moral of the story is, if you want one of these tickets, we have them for $750 if you'd like to purchase it.
Facts. If you want my joints, I've been to numerous Jay-Z concerts and I've been to numerous Beyonce concerts, but I did not go to you gotta see Beyonce. I feel like if you see Beyonce, you will become Beehive like I did. Shout out to my homie BB for getting me a Beyonce soror fraternity shirt from the Coachella tour for my birthday.
BB way too hard for that fucking that gift.
Listen, BB, that was thoughtful, and I fuck with anybody who give me thoughtful shit, cause she know, like, I always tell, like, look, I've been Beehive since 2016. When I saw her in that last tour, the Formation tour, or whatever one was the last one, I always loved Beyonce, but I became Beehive at that point. I was like, this bitch is crazy.
Girls are awesome, cause girls girls are awesome. Y'all give birthday presents. Like, niggas don't give birthday presents. Like, girls do that shit. Like, girls will give you
give birthday presents to anybody that you care for.
Nah, niggas don't do that shit though. Niggas don't, like, you can't come up niggas will give you a bottle, but nigga ain't finna be like, yo, I bought you a shirt, my nigga.
I feel like your good homie, no.
Like, yo, got this low for you, my nigga. It gonna look good on you. Like, nah, niggas don't be doing that.
Well, I've gotten gifts from, guys who were platonic friends. So,
yeah, I mean, that's different.
Maybe they just don't give them to other guys.
Yeah, I've never got
Is it gay?
It's just odd. Like, yo, I got this present for you. Nigga wrap it and shit. What if a nigga wrap you a present? Like, you can't have no grown ass nigga bring you a wrapped ass present. Like, yo, I got this gift bag and shit. You know what I'm saying? They ran out of tissue paper, my nigga, but you know what I mean?
Hey, niggas wearing purses now. They can at least wrap a fucking gift.
Not my niggas. I ain't fucking my niggas.
Your niggas definitely got that fanny pack on their chest.
Nope. Not now.
B, you too tall to have a fanny pack on your chest. I better not see you with a fanny pack on your chest.
Have no fear. You won't.
Have no fear. But in other, Carter family picture news, in the On the Run Tour 2 program, it had pics of J and B in a very intimate setting. One of the pics had B with her cheeks out and Jay,
man, I forgot about that.
Smoking a cigar. B looked amazing. Jay looked just gangster enough to pull off this pic. But then, if you just swiped a little bit to the next pic as it was displayed on social media, it shows B and Jay like in the bed and they're both naked, and Jay is holding B to cover up like her naked parts or whatever. But Jay is sitting there looking faux sexy. Like, he looking into the camera, dog.
It was no faux in that shit. That shit was trash. It was faux. It was neither faux, no sexy. That shit was trash. That shit was like, It looked like he was being abandoned or some shit. Like he was trying to like escape some shit. That shit was wild.
Like he was being human trafficked.
Yeah, it's like nigga was in a brothel somewhere, like looking crazy. Like he looked like he was in a brothel, like he had just bought some pussy and they had ran up on that nigga. Like, oh shit, you caught me. That was the worst picture in the world.
I was so mad. First of all, y'all know that Jay is my favorite celebrity person. Period. Businessman, whatever. He's my favorite. Musician, entertainer, all that. That's my nigga. I fuck with Jay. I was upset because I said, my man took a L, my nigga. Like, I get it. You cheated on B and you trying to do whatever it takes. Whatever she say. Right. Bro, like, you think he tried to stay and be good graces? Cause I know that wasn't his idea.
So I'm thinking, like, what did they say? Like, AOJ, look sexy right here, my nigga. Like, can you give me sexy?
First of all, like, they got you to pose with this dad body.
Yeah,
like you. It's not like you've been working out and you want to show that shit off. Like, Jay ain't never had no body, my nigga. Like, he always been a mess body wise. You know, he been slim. He been like a little heavier, but he ain't never been like a nigga where you like, oh, he fit. Like, you never seen that with Jay. And then the way the nigga was looking to the camera, like you said, like, it looked like somebody said, you have been taken.
Yeah, it's like that nigga woke up somewhere like he was like, where the fuck am I at? Like, type shit. He had the where the fuck am I at type face. Like,
right.
Man. Like your phone ring in the middle of the night and you trying to find it and you just...
Listen, I had this debate over the weekend with niggas. I was like, that's my nigga, but my nigga took an L. Like, that was an L, my nigga. They're like, nah, that nigga laying up with Beyonce, like, da-da-da-da. First of all, I'm comparing Hove to Hove. I'm not comparing Hove to nobody else. So if I'm comparing you to you, this is an L, I feel like.
That shit was trash.
That shit was trash. Hove, like, don't let her talk you into that. Like, I get you gotta do what you gotta do. Yo, could your wife talk you into that shit?
Nah, I'm chilling. What else can we do? You have any other options? What other alternatives do you have?
We ain't gonna see your bare chest with the taco meat on social media.
I'm hairy as hell. Nah, I'm cool. Like, you ain't finna be like, nah. I'm in a bed, and it was the bed. The bed was trash. Like, the bed was mad weird. It was like they was in the, like, Motel 8 or Hotel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. Remember what was my boy name? This is Danny Millette from Hotel 6. We'll leave the light on.
They had the motherfucking, travel gnome in that bitch.
Yeah. Word, man. We get the fuck out of here with this fucking...
Did the Carters take it, with the fake baby pics and with Jay, cause B looked great. And you know, you saw that video of B grinding on Jay.
But Beyonce ass, like, she ain't never really had no fat ass. Niggas always thought she had a fat ass. It was just an illusion. But her ass looked fat. She might have got some shots on the low.
No, don't do that to B.
Transfer?
I think she just know how to pose.
Yeah, she know how to mangle.
She
ain't got no fat ass.
She know her pose. I feel like she got an okay one. It ain't like, the fucking GMO asses we seeing now.
Nah, I ain't even talking about that. Like, it's mad natural fat asses in this world. And she just doesn't.
Not that one. Bitch Drake rumored to be fucking with. Yeah. You see that bitch? Like, that bitch ass needed a license plate.
That shit was trash. She was hard on her face.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
like
her.
Like a little baboon face.
Baboon! Drake, you took this L, then you dating a baboon bitch?
Yeah, she had a fat ass though.
I think that's Drake only qualification for real.
Yeah.
Like, and Drake don't even seem like he got enough dick for all that ass. Like, how are you getting there, my nigga? Like, I don't know. Drake just don't seem well endowed, to handle all this ass. But shout out to Drake because the only qualification that he has is that you have a fat ass. Like, that's it. That's how he got that, Jewish baby mama pregnant. I don't know if she Jewish. She just got the nose.
She's
sorry, Jewish listeners. Nah, y'all not exempt. Y'all get this work too. So do you think the Carters, took an L? Collectively with both of these picture incidents?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the baby shit, whatever that, I don't really give a fuck about that, but Hove took an L. I ain't gonna say the Carters. Hove took an L. That nigga look crazy.
Hey, B, don't talk Hove into that shit no more. So the Carters and these two incidents, is that litter shit?
Can't fuck with it.
No, I'm saying that shit is shit. And I rarely find flaws with the Carters, but, I wasn't feeling either one of these. Like, Jay, I know you gotta keep her in. Granted, we all would do a lot if we were trying to keep a Beyonce. However, like, Don't, Jay.
And that shit 2 years old now. Goddamn, we don't want. I got nominated for a Grammy.
Either you forgive me or no.
Yeah, this shit. I done wrote a whole album about your ass. Now you better go on ahead.
We done made a lot of money off this shit. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so yeah, man, Lil Wayne wins his lawsuit.
Weezy F, your reverence, preach about me.
And Lil Wayne has reportedly scored big in his ongoing battle with Cash Money. I think it was like on Wednesday, which means he's able to release his long-awaited album Carter 5. As y'all know, Wayne sued Birdman for $51 million, and he sued Birdman for $51 million, and They reportedly say he got 10 million. We don't know the details, but they're saying he got 10 million and a release from Cash Money. I know you excited. You excited?
Fuck yeah, that's my nigga. You already know. Birdman Jr., JR. That's my nigga.
Oh, I'm excited only because I feel like Lil Wayne will get to release his own music. As you know, I've had doubts about Lil Wayne's skills declining in the past 5 years or so I'm interested to see. Do you think that this will be the original Carter 5, or is he going to update the Carter 5?
I don't know though, cause he probably got some shit. I don't know. That's a good question. Like, I guess it'll be, unless he tells us. I don't know. I know he got some shit in the stash though. I know for sure he got some shit, like some super duper shit. But
I'm just afraid it's gonna be dated. If that, cause this shit been coming out for like the past 5 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like when people talk about Dre releasing Detox.
This is the anniversary of Carter 3, as a matter of fact. Shit came out in 2008 on this same day. So shout out to that motherfucking beautiful piece of work. So yeah, that was dope. But I don't know.
Yeah, Carter 3 was good.
Carter 3 was super dope. That's
that's my favorite joint, I think, out of the Carters.
Fuck no.
I feel like that was when he really was.
That was his biggest.
Rapping.
That was his biggest. Nah, Carter 2 was his rapidy rap. Carter 1 is my favorite out of all them shits. Carter 1 is fucking. That's when he like really got nice on niggas. Like that's when he let niggas know that he was nice.
I think that's when niggas started paying attention because Cash Money was never really known for their rap ability
until like Carter 1.
Yeah, I'm saying really like he rapped like Cash Money, and then all of a sudden he transformed, and it's like, oh shit.
He was
like,
always nice though.
Wayne snapping. I feel like he rapped like them. You know what I mean? He been with them since he was 13. I don't know, but I know you more of a Wayne historian than I am. And I fucked with Wayne. I just don't really fuck with him now, as much. He released a song with Nicki Minaj this weekend too, called Rich Sex. Did you listen to that?
Nah, I still ain't heard it.
Oh, that's your man. When your man come out with some shit, you supposed to at least go listen.
That's her song. It's not like.
But he still got a verse on it. If Hov got a verse on some shit, I'm gonna go listen to the shit.
I mean, if I hear it, I ain't finna rush on Nicki Minaj joint. I know I'm gonna hear it, so I don't want to press.
I don't know. The shit was mediocre. I ain't talking about just Wayne. Like, I don't know. The shit, the Nicki Minaj shit, I don't feel like really no Nicki Minaj song has been outstanding. It's been on par. It's been where she is. I just feel like she's not elevating at all.
Bitch needs Safari back.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what it is. I can't really call it. I really hope that, he gonna have to update Carter 5, but based on the shit Wayne rap about, it probably wouldn't really make a difference. It's not like he up on current events and shit like that anyway. So whatever he say is probably the shit he was gonna say anyway. You think Wayne and Baby gonna be good again?
They already seem like they already. Like, been clicking up and shit, so.
They probably making out and shit again? They probably back kissing and shit?
Maybe so. Who knows? Whatever they got to do in order to get that man his money so he can drop raps. I'm down.
If Wayne had to drop trial to get that 10 million, he couldn't even get the 51 million. They say he signed to, Hov. Is that true from what you hear?
I haven't heard that he signed to Hov. I ain't heard shit, really.
Yeah, I heard he signed to, Rock Nation. Freedom. He got his freedom and he was signing to Rock Nation. Could you be good with your homie after they screwed you out of $40 million?
I mean, I don't know. I never been put in that position, I guess. If niggas made amends and, said what they gotta say, them niggas got a different relationship, so I don't know. I mean, who knows? We don't really know what the settlement was for. And plus Universal paying them his money anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? They might have been able to freak it. They might have like tag teamed them and shit and been able to freak Universal and like got the lawsuit, got them niggas to accept on behalf of everything. So I don't know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Birdman giving out, he gave out like $200,000 to somebody or something. He gave out some money to somebody
Nigga
recently.
threw the fuck out the goddamn money too.
How much was it?
Nigga. I don't know. It was 2 big ass bags of money. But
yeah, it was like 2 big ass bags of money. I'm like, he giving away Wayne money to everybody but Wayne. God damn. Like, nah, for me, no. I can, get to a point where we cordial, but I just know me and I don't feel like you screw me out of that. Like, nah, cause I can't trust you again. Trust is my big thing. If I can't trust you, I can't really fuck with you, or I can deal with you, but I still don't fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can see you and we can dap it up and we can go to the cookout and be in the same places. But as far as me like, hey, come through, let's chill, let's whatever. Nah, that ain't ever happening again. That's just me. But, Wayne winning his lawsuit and being able to, release Carter 5, is little shit to you.
Throw your bees up, nigga. Suwoo, nigga.
Suwoo.
Suwoo, blood. Suwoo. Fuck with that shit.
Oh, you just gonna throw some gang shit?
Yeah. Suwoo.
Like you can just do that shit. That was B Hill. That was not me. So when y'all go looking, when Game and all them niggas come looking for you,
nigga,
that's what
I'm
it
good.
is.
This nigga,
all right.
Bakashi. B Hill Kashi.
I'm giving it a lit, only because fuck Tekashi, man. I'm giving it a lit because, I'm just interested to see what Wayne can do. And I want Wayne to be as great as B Hill thinks he is. And I want to be like, yo,
he's one of the greatest of all time.
I want to believe in Wayne again. I don't believe in Wayne. I think he's I'm not feeling him. Like I said, I haven't felt him in like the past 5 years. He haven't dropped the fire verse in a very long time. So I'm hoping, I'm hopeful, and, I'm just gonna say it's lit. Moving on, Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson. I wanted to talk about this really quick. So Ariana Grande, y'all should know Ariana Grande. She's a singer. She wears the ponytail. She looked like she's 12. And then you have Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is tall, but he looks 12 as well. He looked like a tall 12. And Pete is, currently on, Saturday Night Live. And I not personally, but I know Pete from MTV's Guy Code. And Pete was always Mr. Steal Your Girl. He like stole a chick that was another Guy Code's girlfriend, the girl with the red hair, if any of y'all used to watch Guy Code or Girl Code, on MTV too. But Ariana and Pete
that against Guy Code? That's kind of fucked up.
Exactly. Irony. Niggas don't really care, for real. Ain't no Guy Code for real. Like, do she have a pussy? Is she willing to let me in it? Oh, I'll just tell him later. Like, that's how niggas operate for the most part. That's true. But they are engaged. They've only been dating since May. This podcast is being recorded on June 12th. Okay. So just to let y'all know that, they're both 24. So what's interesting is, to me personally, is that Ariana Grande has been in a relationship every year since 2008. Like every year, she's never, and all of her relationships have overlapped. When she get rid of one nigga, she gets with another nigga. And she, y'all may know that she was with Big Sean. Big Sean like little tiny women. I guess he's a little tiny man, so he gotta like little tiny women. And most recently, she was with Mac Miller, the white rapper Mac Miller, and they, just broke up. And Pete, who's 24, he just ended his relationship in May with his girlfriend. And he, allegedly bought her this $100,000 ring. I guess, Saturday Night Live is paying pretty well for a young guy like Pete. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this shit? Yeah, I don't know if Pete does stand up.
Yeah,
he may.
Stand up. He do stand
yeah,
up.
But he's a comedian regardless. You know, he's a comedian. Yeah. Are these two serial monogamous? Like, what you think about this? Cause it seemed like they're both ending relationships, getting directly into relationships. And are these relationships overlapping?
I'll be honest, I don't really give a shit.
It's a podcast, so I need you to give a shit.
Yeah, I know, but
I need your thoughts on that.
I don't know. I don't give too much stock into them. I don't really know. Outside of you telling me that, I forgot she was with Big Sean, and I probably could not recall a fucking Ariana Grande song unless somebody told me it was her. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
She can sing. She sounds like a young Mariah. She can sing like
shit. Yeah. The songs that I've heard that I know she can, like when I've seen her perform, she nasty.
Listen to her first album. And I know you like to sing,
though?
nigga.
'Cause I don't like pop.
No, it's R&B pop, but it's more so on the R&B side. I like that first album.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna send it to you. Like,
okay.
I feel like you'll like it because you're a nigga that be liking to sing and shit.
Yeah, I love
unfortunately, you like to sing.
Unfortunately, I don't understand.
Yeah, I've heard you sing before. It sounds like a dog howling at the moon.
Oh yeah. Oh nah, that shit. I get nasty actually, for real. Like really, I could actually sing a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't know nothing about that, people.
Yeah, I don't want to do it for the podcast because I don't want to turn.
You don't
want
to get famous and shit.
I don't want to turn it into a music podcast. You know what I'm saying? Cause my
got
shit is
you. Thanks. Like good looking out. Good looking
Apple
out, bro.
Music.
Good looking out, bro.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, shit, they young. Fuck it. Do what y'all want to do. Fuck it. Spend some money. Fuck it. Check up. And goddamn, I don't know. Shit, I guess they just, I don't know who the fuck Pete Davidson be fucking with and shit. But
yeah, Pete Davidson be getting hoes on the low. Like, yeah, he always have a girlfriend though. Hey, listen, this is what I tell people. Hey, funny will get you in every time.
Yeah.
Funny will get you. If you ain't got money, be funny.
Yeah, you got, like, my daddy always told me, he was like, the easiest way to a woman's heart is through a sense of humor. He was like, you make a woman laugh, you got her. And damn if that ain't been the case. Like, that shit.
Hey, if you can make them laugh, you can make them moan.
Well, there you have it.
Hey. And that was just a little tidbit, a little jewel. Pocket that. So if you're, not rich and you don't have the best personality, make sure that you become funny. I don't know.
It's kind of hard. You can't have a good personality and become funny. It's one of you got to have a good personality and be funny.
True. Unless some people
asshole.
are funny and douchebags though.
That's true. It could be,
but they still
asshole.
don't get ass because they're funny.
Yeah.
That is very true. I feel like, personally, I feel like this is a red flag. Like, I would never date anybody who's been in a relationship. Every single year, like, if you've never been single, I would never fuck with you. Like, you don't even know who you are. You're just transforming yourself with each relationship. Like, that shit is crazy. But the fact that they both seem like they do this, then they might be, made for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long do you feel like, I know everybody is different. We got outliers, blah, 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 boo. How long do you feel is the bare minimum you should date somebody before you get engaged with them?
She at least got to live with them for at least 2 years, I think. I would definitely recommend living with somebody because you have to, like, cause you got to see how that motherfucker move on a day to day.
And it's totally different.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's totally different. Like, it's totally different than staying in a motherfucker house 3 nights in a row. No, hell no. When you live together, when you can't goddamn go nowhere, and you know what I'm saying?
When they getting on your last nerves and all you can do is go to another room.
And then you got to see how the motherfuckers clean and manage their money and a whole bunch. Like, I'm definitely going to tell
my kids. Or how motherfuckers want to manage you.
Yeah,
like, no, you can't tell me what to do. Like, I'm grown. You can't tell me when I should wash clothes. You can't tell me when I should cook dinner. Like, you can't tell. Let me tell y'all one of the greatest things about not living with somebody and being single. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. Like, the other day, I had cereal and wings for dinner. And I was happy as fuck. I didn't have nobody judging me. It tastes great. Yeah, and it was, tell me what's wrong with cereal and wings. A motherfucker gonna make sure you don't like cereal?
Nah, I don't like milk.
Only a serial killer would hate cereal. Well, Tiff, watch out. He's a weirdo. If you don't like
she loves fucking cereal. She'll eat cereal for fucking dinner.
Cereal is great, dog.
That's a woman thing. Women love cereal. Like, women love fucking cereal. My mama loves cereal. My sister loves cereal.
I like cereal. I don't love cereal, but I definitely like cereal. I have like a box in my house that I'll keep and before this shit run out. Like, I'll just have a taste for cereal. I don't eat cereal often. I do eat wings often, but I don't eat cereal often. But I do like cereal when I'm actually, I think it's just, dessert in a bowl. So, from a calorie standpoint, I'd be like, do I want to waste this on cereal? But anyway, I definitely think that you should live with somebody, before
my kids definitely will be living. Like, I'm definitely like, all right, y'all want to get married, y'all got to live together first.
Team shack up, for real. That's the only way you know.
Shit that don't live with a motherfucker, you shit, bullshit. We staying together. I need to know how you got them is on a 5-day, 7-day calendar type shit. Right. You know what I mean?
Listen, I didn't start going to movies by myself until I was in a relationship and living with somebody. Like, I'm like, I gotta get out this fucking house and I can't be around you. Let me go to the movies. Like, let me go somewhere. Like, I'm just like, yo, like, I started doing more shit. Like, not saying that that's a bad thing, because, you have great relationships, but if you're no longer in those relationships, they obviously ended for a reason. Mm-hmm. And so, what I mean? So it's just like, yo, once you get to that end where y'all getting on each other's nerves, like, you gotta be out. But I hope this is a long engagement, for them. Me personally, and B, I want your opinion on this. I personally feel like nobody should get married before 30. And why I say this is because you don't even really know who you are until 30.
I got married before I was 30, and I'm thriving, so I don't subscribe to that necessarily.
But you were like 28.
Yeah, you said before 30.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like you were 24.
Yeah, nah.
And y'all have been together hella long, like.
I mean, I think 28 is a great benchmark. Like, I wouldn't get, like, before that, I definitely wasn't ready. Hell nah, 25 and shit, 24, 23, nah, don't do that. But like 28, I think 28's a good age, because then that way you can start. I mean, I didn't have kids. I kind of wanted to get married. Not only, I mean, I love my wife obviously, but I wanted kids, and I didn't want no baby mama and shit. And I didn't want to be mad old with kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm still going to be relatively old, but, I ain't want to be no old nigga. You know what I mean?
Listen,
but I also want to live my life.
Here's the thing I think about that. Like, people be like, I don't want to be old. Like, get your life out the way. Like, no diss to what you doing. I'm just saying in general, like, I don't understand, like, why not get your life out the way and then be to a point where you ready to dedicate to these kids? Because I feel like a lot of motherfuckers have kids, and then once their kids get 18 and they fucking 50, now they trying to relive their life again. Like,
so I be looking at it like this. I know motherfuckers who had kids when they was 18, and now them niggas is my age, and they kids just fucking almost out the goddamn door. I'm like, fuck. Y'all niggas did it right. You know what the fuck you was doing.
No, but think of all the dope shit you did in that time. Would you want to be fucking set? You know what I mean? Listen, first of all, I've never had that urge, so I can't relate. So, I never have the urge of, I want to give my life away to somebody else. So I never had that urge, but if I did, it would definitely it wouldn't have been in my 20s at all. But I recommend 30. No, don't get married before you're 30. For most cases, B Hill is Black Love. B Hill and Tiff is Black Love. Shout out to them. They are seemingly outliers right now based on the relationships that I know. But, I just feel like if a person there when you're 28, a person gonna be there when you're 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though. But I'm not married, and I don't have kids, and I never had the urge to have kids, so I didn't have a need to get married so I can have kids. But these two, I don't see them getting married. They'll be on to the next relationship probably by the end of the year, but I wish them well. Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson lit her shit.
I guess, I don't know, lit? I don't know.
He says lit. He's
I guess
pro.
It's lit.
I'm giving it shit because y'all don't even fucking know each other, and y'all sitting up there in fucking Harry Potter costumes, and y'all think because y'all have this in common, y'all are meant to be. But hey, love comes in all things. I wish them well. I don't see it ending well though. And it's funny because I feel like all the Big Sean ex-girlfriends getting married. That other chick he was with before, after Ariana Grande, she fucking got married. on their wedding date. Like, that shit was crazy because he was engaged to the bitch. And she got married to another nigga on their wedding date. So that was crazy.
Wow.
And now he's with Jhené Aiko, who left her husband for him. He has a type for sure. So I gave that a shit. But last but not least, I want to talk about this Tracy Morgan and Tiffany Haddish situation. So Tracy Morgan was interviewed by Vulture. Shout out to Vulture because it seemed like they always getting the good tidbits for some reason. I've never even read Vulture magazine or like really been on their website since the Quincy Jones shit. But they be getting like little tidbits and shit. But he was being interviewed by Vulture and in regards to he and Tiffany's show The Last OG, and he was asked if it was cool watching Tiffany's career blow up. And Tracy said this:
how has it been watching Tiffany Haddish blow up? And did you know her? We're not gonna go there?
No.
Why?
Because Tiffany is not the only one. This is not Tiffany Chow. This is Tracy Morgan. This is The Last OG. Okay. So you might as well, if you're going to ask that about Tiffany, ask that about Cedric. And ask that about craft services. Everyone that come to work every day on that show, we're not going to go there.
Okay. Right, let's not go there. Let's talk about craft services.
I don't like that.
B, do you feel like Tracy Morgan is hating?
Yeah, that shit was some corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a star on the show, my nigga. Like, you can't, like, if it was me, I'm like, yeah, let's talk about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she dope doing her thing. Like, you ain't got to discount what she doing. Like, you can also big her up in the midst of bigging yourself up in addition to said the entertainer, whoever else she mentioned. Like, it's just an all-star cast. You know what I'm saying? So why not mention everybody? Like, it's not like it was a good question. Like, she has had a meteoric rise, so like, give her a shout, nigga. You an old head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you been in the game for a minute. You probably would want that same love if you had a crazy start like she did. So stop being a hater, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely on some hater shit. Like, he tried to do damage control later in the interview and say, nah, it's all love. He loved Tiffany. Like, we all family. Like, nigga, you put her on the same level as fucking craft services. The niggas who fucking deliver the food for the set and shit. Like, come on, man.
Dang.
Like, you like The Last OG?
Right. Yeah, I liked it. I watched like the first 5 episodes. I liked it. I ain't finished watching it because there'd be so much shit on TV, but I enjoyed what I saw. It was cool. Honestly, one of the funnier niggas, Cedric Entertainer was funny as shit on that motherfucker. Like, he's the funniest person on the show and he doesn't have the biggest role, but his character funny as hell. And that other little light skinned nigga that he be with, that was in that being Blackish and shit. I don't know.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Oh, he do be in Black. I kept looking at him like, where do I know this nigga from? He definitely from Blackish.
He Dre assistant in Blackish.
Yeah, he definitely is. I kept looking at him. The Last OG, I would, put it as like a dramedy. Like it has some funny parts. It has like some life issues part, kinda. I think my one major thing that I don't like about the show is Tracy Morgan. I feel like Tracy Morgan don't fit this role and he too old to play this role. Like, it don't seem to fit. Like, I feel like the show would be better if somebody else was the Tracy Morgan character. Like, I like the fact that Tiffany Haddish is not really playing Tiffany Haddish. She plays a slightly different role. She still has her little funny moments, but you know, Tiffany Haddish is a little bit over the top and shit. So, she plays a successful, you know, wife and, like they have a successful life. She has a white husband and 2 kids and all of this stuff. But Tracy with these cornrows and you look 50 back in 2002 and now it's current time and you look the same exact, I don't know. And plus I think Tracy Morgan is unattractive as fuck. So, I would replace his role. I feel like the show has some bones to it. It could be improved. But I don't necessarily see this shit get renewed. If it does, it will be shocking. I did watch it though. But
it's already been renewed.
It has?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully they make some changes to the shit. I watched the shit though, so I added to those ratings, but it was kind of one of them shows that I put on when I don't really feel like paying a lot of attention to TV. It's kind of like a background thing. So, I don't know. Y'all watched, Last OG. Hit us up. Let us know, what y'all think. But, Tracy Morgan hating on, Tiffany Haddish's, litter shit.
I can't fuck with it.
Yeah, we can't fuck with it. All right. So, that is some shit. And we gonna move on into Ain't Shit and 2 Cents. You ready for that, B?
Let's get it. It's my favorite.
All right. Yeah, it's our listener letter segment. I think we have an interesting letter today.
Naked? Anybody in there and some weird shit going on?
Not really. It's a person that want to know about us and why we pick the shit that we pick. So that's why I think it's going to be interesting. It's where we give advice to listeners who clearly don't care about getting advice from people who drink a lot. So we have a letter from Anonymous today, and it says, "Hey, Ain't Shit Show. You guys are great. Great episode with Dr. Bone, by the way. Now on to my question. It say, I hear y'all say things like you're boycotting the NFL and Kanye West and other popular boycotts. I don't understand how people pick and choose what they want to boycott and the causes that they want to be behind. How do you boycott Kanye West, for riding with Trump and praise Pusha T for talk about selling Coke the best? Or boycott Starbucks but still go to Chick-fil-A. I feel like most people are hypocrites and just doing what's popular. If you care about human rights issues, then you care about them all. My question is, do you feel like a hypocrite for picking and choosing your causes? I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just trying to understand. From Anonymous.
Anonymous.
So, yeah.
Took me to task, didn't you?
Yes.
Damn, I got to do some self-evaluation in this motherfucker.
Yeah, so I'll start it off. Because I've been ready to talk to him. First of all, I feel like your cause. First of all, this sounds really all lives matter to me. I feel like you can't, whatever causes and what boycotts you choose is just that your choice, how it impacts you personally. And that's how I choose my shit, how I personally feel about it. You can't, there are, if my grandfather passed away from cancer and I support cancer, you can't say, well, what about AIDS? Well, what about this? Well, what about that? This is what I choose to support. And that doesn't mean that other causes, are worse or better or whatever. Like, that just means that's personal to me. Do I feel like it's a cancel culture that's going on where people are kind of choosing the more popular causes? Yes. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If change needs to happen, I don't care if people are hopping on because it's popular. If change needs to happen, if we had social media back in the civil rights days, shit probably would have moved a little bit faster. We probably wouldn't have lost as many people just because people felt like it was popular. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye West, to me, the reason I chose personally to boycott Kanye West is because, first of all, I know that he has mental health issues going on, but the people around him let this shit fly. And they let this shit fly when it's around album time. I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? You said slavery was a choice. I'm appalled by that. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye used to be one of the most down niggas ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's my choice. I choose not to support Kanye West. I mean, but I'm still listening to Pusha. So inadvertently, I'm still supporting Kanye West. However, you know what I'm saying? I like Pusha's art. This is Pusha's life. This is what Pusha has done or say he has done. And to our knowledge, this is what he has done. I can't be mad at this man for, rapping about his life in a way that I like the way that he put words together. But when you just out here saying wild shit or whatever, I can't respect that. In regards to the Starbucks or Chick-fil-A, I really didn't give a fuck about Starbucks because I don't support them anyway. I don't buy $5 coffees. I buy hot chocolate maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and it's because I have cramps. So that's what yes. But you know what I'm saying, as far as Chick-fil-A, I get it. Chick-fil-A ain't shit. However, They got good ass chicken. They have great customer service, and they decide what they want to do behind closed doors. Maybe I shouldn't support them, but I guess it's not as big to me personally to stop eating these motherfucking nuggets. So my answer to that is I don't feel like a hypocrite for picking the causes that I choose to stand behind, because I feel like it's my choice. And just because I, give money to homeless people in Atlanta, that's like saying, well, it's homeless people everywhere, or it's people all day that save dogs, rescue dogs all day, and never gave a person shit, because that's the cause that's near and dear to them. So I feel like it's a personal choice. I personally don't feel like a hypocrite, and I'll probably keep choosing my causes based on my own personal interests, and I'll continue to do that. So no, I don't feel like a hypocrite. What about you, B?
I kind of echo those same sentiments. I mean, I've personally just picked things that matter to me, like on a personal level, because I feel like when you say something, when you're one person today speaking on behalf of my people, and then 2 weeks later you're with this racist bigot who is, and then you're spitting inflammatory jargon that could
inflammatory jargon,
like the middle American from Kansas, not Milwaukee or Wisconsin or whatever.
Bring
but
that back
like
around.
some desolate ass area, some white boy that can feel like he can call like a young black dude a nigger or wear his MAGA hat and stunt like that, because he heard Kanye West, who is black, and he's championing it. So I understand what it's doing. I understand how it's galvanizing certain hate groups and giving them this credence that they once didn't necessarily have, because of this black public figure who's lost in translation somewhere. So yes, that means a lot to me, because
I agree.
From basically everything that I just said. And on the flip side, as far as Pusha T, that I can separate his art from his character, because Pusha T's never actually said anything as inflammatory. And if he were to, then I would just be like, oh no, I'm distancing himself completely. So that's just kind of like, I kind of like analogize it. Is that it? Is that analogize it? I don't think
we gonna make it. We gonna make it.
I don't think that's it. But anyway,
analyze.
No,
you saying analogy?
Yeah, like what
you
is
can make
that?
the analogy.
Yeah, it's analogizing today.
We're gonna say it's analogizing.
I want to say it's another word, and I think I know it, but I don't. Whatever. Anyway, like I'll kind of just like liken it to, say, for example, like KD. Like I can't fuck with Kevin Durant because he's a bitch ass nigga because he went to Golden State. However, I can marvel at his fucking masterful work playing the actual game of basketball, because I know how to play basketball and I played basketball. But in terms of his character and what he stands for, and like, getting down or laying down instead, you know what I'm saying? With going with the Golden State Warriors, but at the same time, like he's a stellar fucking athlete, from a basketball standpoint. So I don't like his character, and I don't necessarily root for him, but I can still like stand back and marvel at his sheer talent. The same with Kanye. Like I can marvel at his production talent. I don't necessarily agree with the things that he says and does and his actions. So I think the word's called bifurcate. So like I'm hitting you with, today is the goddamn word of the day is bifurcate, nigga.
Bifurcate. Spell that.
No, don't. I can't spell it, but it basically means like you can separate the two. Like they're mutually exclusive from one another. Like, so I can separate the two. And no, I don't feel like a hypocrite. I mean, yeah, I feel like, some causes require a little bit more and more of my attention. Chick-fil-A, I don't really give a fuck about that. I'll bite the bullet on that one, you know what I'm saying? As long as them niggas don't come out and clearly call me a nigger, or my people are niggers or some shit like that.
Keep your racism tucked.
Yeah, if they got it on the side, then I'm cool with that. But you know what I'm saying? At Starbucks, I don't
Can I get a side
Starbucks.
of fries and racism?
I don't drink fucking coffee, you know what I'm saying? So that shit was neither here nor there. I don't give a fuck. And plus, Common is in the goddamn the training manual, so they could. So I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like no hypocrite, because I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Nah, that is true. And I feel like, first of all, there's a lot of things going on in this world. We already stressed out. You want us to be down with everything? Like it's a lot of things going on to a lot of people, my nigga. Like you can't consume that. You know what I mean? Like you gotta take on what you can take on and do your part. And you know, right now, my number one thing is being black. If there's anything that impedes with being black, you know, I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? And we are not monolithic. Like we're dynamic people. You know what I'm saying? So we can have different sides. Like humans are dynamic people. We're not just one-sided. Like I don't have to put all my energy into one cause, or I don't have to put my energy into saving the homeless, saving the whales, saving the dogs, saving the, like, no, that's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna be spread out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we can't do that. We already stressed
all over the board. Yeah.
We already stressed as it is. So maybe you can hit us back and tell us how do you decide what your causes are, and you know,
me about myself,
how you care about everything. If that's what you're saying, if that's what, you know, I'm taking it as.
And do you feel like you're a hypocrite? I'd like to know that. Nah,
do you feel like you're a hypocrite?
I welcome. I'd like to definitely hear your take. So.
Hey, everybody's opinion is that. And
if you have any news, if you're a lady and you want to send those, you can send those along with your response. You can have it. You can save it to a PDF and attach it to your email.
Say, yo, what do your wife be saying when she hear this shit?
So I don't know. She'll give a shit. I ain't
she like
shit.
That nigga just being that nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different from me watching some porn and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit! Until we blow up and bitches really sending them shits though.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. She know motherfuckers ain't sending them, and if they are, like,
you're not gonna tell it.
Yeah, I ain't finna fly to your ass.
Hey, look at this dude I got, babe.
I'm gonna hit you with the future. What is it?
I'm Good Luv, enjoy.
I'm Good Luv, yeah. As soon as I get the picture, I'm gonna hit you with the I'm Good Luv, enjoy.
I'm Good Luv, enjoy. Hey, that was a classic line, man. That was a classic line, because I definitely would have said some shit like that.
Like, bitch, like, I'm get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm
have a great time, though. I wish you well. Like,
yeah, like, I hope you have a good time.
Oh man. But yeah, Anonymous, hit us back. Let us know what you think about our answer.
I wanna know your
and this
name,
is his singing skills that he's been bragging about, y'all.
Why you gotta be anonymous?
Yeah, these are his singing skills.
That song was trash.
That song definitely was trash.
That song was trash. You gotta get the fuck out of here, Bobby.
That was Bobby V, right?
Yeah, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, it was
good. It was like a trash good song. You know what I mean?
It was anonymous because it was a man.
It was a fucking man. It was fucking, the nigga name was, fucking Tom or Nick or some shit. That's why it's anonymous.
Hey, you dumb as shit, yo. You dumb as shit.
That song was trash.
Man. Let's move into free smoke. Let me tell y'all, if y'all want to write in though, if you want advice from us, or you want to know our thoughts on anything, or if you want to call us hypocrites or no, we take all types of letters, so we're not offended. We'll give you the information you need. Somebody say they want to hear freak stories from Fresh. That's not happening. So hang that up. But we're gonna have some good stuff for y'all next week where y'all can get some freak stories. Stay tuned. But if you want advice
in the back and shit, that should be hard. You give your free story. I play the goddamn who sing that song?
Leak.
That's a go-go playing in the back, man, drums and shit. And Fresh talking about some goddamn freaky shit. That's hard.
B would definitely give y'all freaky stories before Fresh will. So just know that.
That's funny.
I don't want to incriminate the innocent. Hit us at theancientshow@gmail.com. X what I would be, and your letter may be read online. Moving on, outside of the freak stories, is free smoke. Free smoke.
Free smoke. Free smoke.
Free smoke is where we talk about hot button personal issues, anything from politics to petty. And today I want to talk about getting older. A lot of things we've talked about today, relates to getting older, going through life, just maturity, like all of those things. And with aging brings a lot, you know, some good, some bad, mostly good, I feel like, versus the bad. And I kind of want to talk about that for a minute. So B Hill, do me a favor, paint me a picture. And you kind of painted us a little picture last week when you were talking about your life, but paint us a small picture of you, between the ages of 20 and 25.
Right,
like, who were you? What did it look like?
It's funny. Well, I'll start it off. I saw this meme, and it was like, when I was a kid and I envisioned growing up, all I really wanted to do was just have sex. Now that I look back at it, like the rest of that shit you can keep, like paying bills and all that shit. And I was like, nigga, if that ain't the truth, like the only shit I really like looking back, I would trade all that shit in just, if I could just have sex freely or some shit. Outside of that, like paying bills and goddamn going to work, that shit is garbage.
Trash.
But from 20 to 25, yeah, like I said, like from last week, like I said, from 20 is really when I started like shaking back, you know what I'm saying? Like 18 to 20 was pretty tumultuous in terms of like just being a fucking vagrant and doing not a vagrant because that sounded like I was a fucking bum, but like just being like a transient motherfucker, like just all over the place doing whatever, like trying to do whatever, being fucked up. 20 to 25 was actually fucking turned, like, cause we had, like, I had first got my first crib and, like I said, I was hustling and shit. I was trapping, selling weed and shit. And then I always kept jobs. So that's the thing, like, that separated me from a lot of my homeboys and shit. Like, them niggas were lazy in terms of, like, not having, like, I ain't want to just be relegated to selling weed and shit, like, just the weed, man. I ain't want to do that. So I always had a job. In addition to that, I also was selling weed to the niggas I work with. So, like, it was kind of like a dual, like, some dual shit going on. But I was working. I had my own crib. Well, me and my homeboys had our own crib. And that shit was fucking dope. Like, it was essentially like a trap, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we used to work, all of us had jobs and shit, but we had a whole bunch of homeboys, and we from the north side of Raleigh, so like, wasn't as known for like the turn up, but we had that shit turned to the fucking max. Like, we had, like, that shit used to be live, like, parties every goddamn night, and fucking women all over the place, smoking mad weed, drinking and shit, strippers and shit. The shit was just amazing. Like,
strippers and shit.
The shit was awesome. It was a great time in my life. You know what I'm saying? And,
so was that the best thing? What was the best thing about that time?
I was just free as a fucking bird. Like, I could just literally, like, and I was broke, right? So I was broke, and I was broke, but I had a little money. Like, and
you had enough to do what you needed to do.
Yeah, but it really wasn't like, looking back, I was broke as fuck. I ain't had no shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I had enough to keep some fresh sneakers on, you know what I'm saying? Keep a fresh fit, have some weed, be able to take a girl out, do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Have my own crib, pay my bills and shit, what little bills they were, you know what I'm saying? And, it was just dope, man. That shit was just fucking awesome. Like, all my homeboys and shit, like, a lot of them I still keep, we still cool, but, you know, obviously a little falter throughout life and shit. But, the best part was just having my own shit and being able to do what the fuck I wanted whenever I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? And,
that's lit. I think, so fresh 2025, I was ending college. I was probably a junior then, going into a senior in college, and I started at working. So I had a job, but then I started grad school as well. So 20 to 25 for me was very interesting, because I was like during that college time, like, I was still in that phase where I'm doing that, like, that transition from adult, you know what I mean, kid to adult type thing. So it was still lit. Yeah, I mean, like, it was lit as fuck. Now, moving on to like 22, between 22 and 25, that's when I started working, at the place we both worked at. Well, we worked at two places together, what make that so funny, but the second place we worked at, the insurance company, I was working there. So, and then I started grad school. So the crazy thing about that point in time, like, it was lit as fuck, but it was stressful as fuck. Like, I started a brand new job, and then a month later I started grad school. Now, school was always fairly easy to me. You know what I'm saying? And college, it put just a little bit more pressure, but I just had to learn time management. But grad school kicked my whole fucking ass. But here's the thing though. In grad school probably costs like $4,000 or $5,000 a semester, right? We was getting like fucking $20,000 in financial aid. So I'm getting like a check for 15 grand. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting a check for 15 grand in my account. You know what I'm saying? And you 22 years old, You getting a check for 22 grand. You got all this money in your fucking account. Now, I paid for it later. I'm still paying for it. Yeah. Trust me. I'm just painting you the picture of 20 to 25. We're not where I'm at now. But I had a whole rack of fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially at that age. So I got a job where I'm probably making like 35 grand. When you go from working at the fucking call center we was working at prior to that, I was probably making like $9 an hour. You know what I mean? In college. And then you leaving, you making like 35 grand. I got 2 roommates. So I felt rich as fuck. So in between like being fucking stressed out for like school and shit, like I was still having a good fucking time because I had all this money, or what appeared to be all this money for me at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? So
people money.
Bruh, I was having a good ass time. Like me, my roommates, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jada Y, you know what I'm saying? We was having a good, we had a good time. You know what I mean? We was having a good time. And especially, you know what I'm saying, like me and Y, like we was out there, like we was having us a good ass time. So it was just like a great time. Like it was the best of times and it was the worst of times. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already said like earlier in this podcast, like when I get to a place where I feel like I'm not mentally sound, I go into distractions. Like I'm doing shit. So I'm out. I'm about, you know what I'm saying? Like in between that time, I think I got into a relationship and it was just a lot and it was just like money. So that wasn't the problem. So, you know, it was a good ass time, you know, during that. So that was kind of fresh at 20, 25, having a good time, spending money that you're too stupid to know that you're gonna have to pay this back. I knew I was gonna have to pay this money back. Don't get it wrong. But when you're young, you don't think as far ahead as you should. You know what I'm saying? What was one of the dumbest things or the most irresponsible things you think you did at that time? And I feel like that was mine. Like, I fucked up my credit and all that other shit.
I was playing with my fucking freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trapping. Like we used to do a lot. Like I said, I was in the streets and shit. So like I used to do a lot of stupid shit.
It's so crazy. Our lives were so different, but we've been friends through this whole time.
The whole time. Like
we've been friends the whole time. You know, we've been friends like damn near like 20 years, B.
Yeah, cause I met you when I was 16.
That's crazy.
And I'm almost fucking 36. So yeah.
Yeah. Like
that's dope. We could have had a kid and that kid would have been in college.
No, we definitely couldn't have. That definitely wouldn't have happened. But go ahead with your story. Our kid would have been aborted.
Yeah, he definitely would have been in the trash.
And no one would have ever known that ever happened. But go ahead with your story.
But no, fucking, yeah, man, just playing with my freedom and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, again, I think I was just able to navigate much better than others. I don't know, like, cause having a job used to keep me kind of like grounded and out the way a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cause I had responsibilities and shit, and I was always responsible, which, you know, I guess paid dividends on the back end, but, but I mean, but there were several times that I've mentioned this on this podcast, several different times. There were several different occasions where I should have, you know what I'm saying? I could have been, you know, in precarious positions, you know, with law enforcement and shit like that. So just playing with my freedom, doing wild shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be, like I said, at any given time, you'd find, you know, several pounds of weed in the crib and guns and all type of stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just doing like, I don't know why the fuck, like, I mean, I don't know, product of my environment, I guess. Like, all the niggas I used to be around used to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I always had that hustle mentality, you know what I'm saying, as far as trying to get some paper. But again, I always had a job. Like, I started working at Blue Cross when I was like 22, 23. So that kept me grounded, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kept me like, cause I made a lot of money at Blue Cross. Like, you know, I made money in the street, but like shit, Blue Cross helped the nigga out too. Cause I used to get them crazy bonuses and shit. So, you know, 3,500 and shit like that on a nigga 22, 23 shit. Like, and I was good with my money. That's a lot of money, you know?
At that age.
And I was good with my money, and I was having a decent job, probably making 25, 26,000 and shit, you know what I'm saying, on a consistent basis. Like, that makes a point too, cause a lot of niggas that I grew up with and shit, like, you know, some was hustlers and shit and was able to like continue to do well, like hustling and, you know, make it to another level in terms of, you know, having money. But a lot of them niggas didn't, cause they ain't have really no jobs and shit, or the responsibility or the, you know, the hustle to have and to be able to hold down a gig consistently. So I was just stacking my bread. So I spend all my work money and just stack whatever else I made, you know what I'm saying? And that just kind of helped me in that way. So shit.
Yeah.
But the dumbest part was, you know,
just playing with your freedom and shit. Yeah, I feel you.
Even though the police never came to my, like that crib, the first crib we had, we used to jug out that motherfucker so hard. Like we used to trap so crazy. Like when I say crazy, I'm talking about like used to jug crazy. And police never came to that house. Like niggas used to, we had a shootout in that motherfucker. Niggas used to beat niggas up in the parking lot. All type of crazy. Like I got stories for days. Nigga, I'm talking about crazy shit. All on the north side, like not mad white people, but white people in the apartments and shit. Police never came. Nobody ever called the police on us or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas got robbed, all type of crazy shit. Police never came. But then we got another crib and that shit was not the same story.
That shit was, shit got hot. Getting older, where you're at now, what's the biggest pro and what's the biggest con to getting older?
Just family, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the pro, it's kind of like it's more pros than cons in my opinion. Like pros, you know, like now I got a family, like, so now I got memories that I can, you know, relive and tell my sons when they get older how to move a little bit better. Hope God willing they don't go in that same path that I did.
Yeah.
But just the memories that I have, and now like seeing the ascension to a whole, you know, like a whole family man out this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause for me, like I ain't had no big family. Like I'm an only child. I'm my mama's only child. So like I was raised as an only child. I got a bunch of siblings on my daddy's side, but like now having my kids and shit and having them like, you know, I lived a pretty good life, so I can't even front, like, you know what I'm saying? I just used to do what I used to do on the strength, cause I don't know why the fuck, I just was bad as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like I was like super lacking for no shit or nothing like that. I just wanted to do
only child. That's how y'all be.
Only child, but it wasn't, I guess that's probably what it was, but like, I mean, I don't know if I was searching for something, but I was just like, my mama had got sick, you know what I'm saying? My mama got MS and shit, so she had got sick. So like around like when I was 16, so I kind of like rebelled from that shit versus like kind of going towards it, you know what I'm saying? Cause it was literally like one day in my life and my mama won't right, you know what I'm saying? She was right all the way and then she stopped being right, you know what I'm saying? Like because she wasn't able to walk and do everything. So that shit like just, I don't know, I just rebelled from that shit. Looking back at it, I wish I hadn't, but you know, hindsight is always 20/20, but
of course.
Yeah, so I just rebelled from that shit and was doing all type of shit like, you know, that I shouldn't necessarily. So, but looking, you know, the pro of that, like I have a lot of invaluable skills that you can't really put a price tag on just from being street smart and shit and having to deal with certain situations and being able to navigate through that. So I can help with my kids and hopefully, you know, give them the same tools that I didn't necessarily, cause my parents, like looking back, my parents really didn't talk to me a lot about like certain shit, you know what I'm saying? My dad, like old school country nigga and shit, is like kind of do as I say, shut the fuck up. And it's really no like you expressing yourself, you know what I'm saying? So, I think and he my stepdad, so he's not my real dad. He raised me as my dad, but you know what I'm saying? So it was just like a little difference. So using all that, like I can kind of just use that in my life going with my kids and shit. And I kind of, you know, I mean, that's it. The con is just getting old and seeing like people that you know, like you can't drink as much as you used to. You can't do exactly what you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just get up and leave and go do what I got. I gotta strategically set shit up. I gotta have motherfuckers in place.
Yeah, set date night.
Yeah, I gotta set date night. I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't move how I want to, but I mean, the pros outweigh that. You know what I'm saying? That's just minimal.
And that's all that matter, that the pros outweigh the cons. I think that for me personally, my pro and my con is the same thing. Like it's the gift and the curse. And for me, it's my patience. You know what I'm saying? Like the con is that my patience is very short. I don't have a lot of time for bullshit. I don't have a lot of time for shit that don't benefit me.
Shit get worse as you get older. Like
bruh, it do.
Tolerant when I was younger, I think.
Nigga, like really, like my patience is short. Like I really don't have time. Like, if it don't benefit me, if whatever it is not something that makes me happy, if it's not something that's worth my time, I'm done with it. But the pro to that is that my patience is short. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a lot happier because I don't deal with shit I don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, and it comes down to everything. It comes down with like my tolerance and like friendships. It comes down to like, I feel like I'm the type of person where if I have a problem or whatever, I do my best to talk to you, to mitigate whatever. But at the end of the day, if a person is just them, like, they're not going to change. You either got to change how you react to that person. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I've cut off a lot of things, a lot of just situations and it becomes easier and easier, my nigga. Like, it comes easier and easier because it's just like an evaluation. And for y'all that don't know, I work in like compliance and risk and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things that I thought were fun that I don't do anymore, I think about them just like, that shit actually came with more stress than I thought it did. Like, the stress outweighed the fun when I thought about it. Like, I sleep easier at night. You know what I'm saying? And my patience is just really short. I'm really straight up with how I feel. Like, I understand me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what I want. You know, I'm single. I don't, you know, I date and I see, you know,
she
I'm
fuck
out
them
there,
bitches.
but
She get them hoes.
I do what I do. However, like, I evaluate shit differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't date somebody in the hopes that they will become what I need them to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's off the break. Like, some people be like, oh, dang, why you don't, you know what I mean, fuck with them because they got this, and that, or they are this, and that. And I'm just like, when I've evaluated the things that I want and the things that they have, it don't match up. And it's
Right.
not nothing against them, but why enter into some shit that you know ain't a match? People always try and change people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take people as face value. You know what I'm saying? Relationships that I've been in, that I'm no longer in, I know why I'm not in them. I don't have no regrets. And I just feel like my patience is basically the pro and the con, because I am very quick to be like, oh nah, like, I'm not doing it. I'm not whatever. And I'm very firm in my decision. So it grants me some peace as well. But sometimes I be irritated as fuck and I be like, your patience is just low. Like, you need to get it together. But I do understand why old people don't give a fuck. Like, your grandmama and them, old people, they say what the fuck they want to say. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never in a position where I'm trying to be, I can't say I'm never, but most of the time I'm not trying to be rude. But, you know what I mean? It is what it is. If this is the fact, this is the fact. So that's my pro and con, to getting older. And I just feel like that maturity is something that only age can bring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
talking to people and seeing like where their heads at, especially these, you know, younger, like teenagers and people in their early 20s and shit like that, where they feel like something that happened on social media gonna ruin their whole fucking life and they distraught and, you know, all that shit. Like, that shit don't matter. Like you said, I think you mentioned this earlier in the podcast, like, or somebody, I was having I might have been I was talking to Joy earlier today. I actually think Joy, said something about this. Shout out to Joy. But, you know, like, high school and college and them people, it don't matter. It's just a minute blip in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck them. Like, look at you. Like, I consider myself, fairly successful against the goals that I set for myself. You know what I'm saying? And you got people that you probably thought was so cool in high school and college and whatever, and they damn near in the soup line. You know what I mean? Like, that shit, it just don't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you could go back to your 20 to 25-year-old self and give yourself some knowledge, what would it be? To make you successful. Have more sex.
Yeah. Have more sex. And I don't know. That's a good question.
You don't feel like you had enough?
Yeah, I had plenty, but.
Okay. I mean, you want more?
You can never have too much, I guess.
I can agree with
but
that.
I don't know. That's a good question. Shit, I don't know. Like, cause I think all the things that I did to help, I mean, I would tell my new self, hey, there's this shit called Instagram that's gonna be fucking crazy. Get you some tech friends, my nigga. Like,
invent Instagram, invent Facebook, invent Amazon.
Yeah, do Amazon, do some shit like that. Try to get us, I don't know, figure something out. Get some stock in that shit, even if you don't. It's these weird companies coming out that you'll have a lot of money in. But, I don't know. Like, as far as, I don't know. I think I definitely would have probably went to school, you know what I'm saying, a little earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I ended up going to, like, I ended up having some college, but it was later on, like around like 27, 28, and I got mad student loans as a result of that. So, you know, and I didn't finish. So that's one of my biggest regrets, maybe, I think, in life, is not going to, you know, college, just because, I think I'm pretty intelligent, and I think it would serve me a little bit better just, going forward. And I think I missed out on some, like, opportunities that way, because I could have channeled some of that hustler spirit, you know, in a different way. But I mean, again, I could have very well went to school, and like, it's all the butterfly effect. You change one thing and then shit just goes fucking haywire in your life. So, I try not to live with regrets too many times outside of maybe going to college, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like giving my young self some shit, I probably would just been like, cause I can't say save your money, cause I save my money pretty well. I don't know, just be a little bit more appreciative, I guess, of the times that were there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's about it, I guess. Good question though.
For me, I think that number one, I would, tell myself about money and how money works and how credit works and how long it's going to take when you're getting these $15,000 checks, how long it's going to take to pay that shit back. And get that shit together, because I ruined my credit in college. It took until 30, a little over 30 to get that shit right. Student loans, I still have those. I'm still paying those bitches. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't think of the shit that I bought with all that money back in the day. Like, it was dumb.
Got some sneakers from back in that time.
I don't have no sneakers from back in that day, but you know, and my sneaker closet wasn't even as vast as it is now, but, you know, but I just bought, whatever happened, it was bullshit. Yeah. I will also say, be more cutthroat like the white people when it comes to, corporate America. Like, I think that, you know, I wasted a lot of time thinking, and don't get me wrong, through my career, I've had promotions and I've had all of that. However, I still wasn't getting that bag like my white counterpart. And I would sit and I would do work and turn that shit in. Meanwhile, my white counterpart would do their work and whine the whole time. And they'll be like, it was so hard for Sally, but she got it done and that's so great. But Sean, you know what I mean? It come easy to you. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely be like, do what you gotta do to excel. You know what I'm saying? In corporate America. Cause regardless, I think that I would still be in corporate America in some way. And another thing is, you know, regarding, what we doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Podcasting and entertainment and shit.
Yeah,
like
for
that.
sure.
Like, I always wanted to be in entertainment and
multimedia
I always
wanted
radio, like shit. Like, I never really been like, I always wanted to be either like a record executive, cause I feel like I know what's popping. Y'all done heard me say that a million times, and like talking, like people like the fact that I talk. I mean, that's a skill, and I would have used that earlier as well. And I think if I would have told myself that, I think it'd be even more popping. You know what I'm saying? But to wrap up, I want you to give just one tip to the 20-somethings out there, B.
One tip: save your money, man. Save your money, cause you never want to not be able to do something because you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, I don't know. That's my tidbit. Like, save your money and always have some rainy day shit, because it will definitely goddamn get cloudy on your ass quick. So,
yeah, definitely. My tip to you 20-somethings is
shit for you 30-somethings.
Yeah, what you think is important now will not be important when you're in your 30s. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the 30s is 20s, you kind of get a pass. People say you're young, you know, whatever. Once 30 hit though, you don't get no more passes. People don't have no sympathy for what you going through or whatever it is. No doubt. So I would say enjoy your 20s to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? But be smart to set yourself up for your 30s so you won't have to be scrambling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In your 30s. And, I want to thank y'all for listening, man. Thank y'all for listening to us.
Have sex too.
Have a lot of sex. Have a lot of sex. I feel like
safe sex.
I feel like you should have sex, safe sex, of course, because they got gonorrhea that don't go away now. But definitely have safe sex till you die. Like, sex is great.
But that young sex is wild because you can like go like mad different times and shit. Like you can have multiple sex like in a day
I can still
shit.
do that. You need to speak for yourself.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. You can't. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I can, but who wants to do that? It's got so much other shit to do.
Who wants to do that? People who like sex.
I mean,
see, people who just want to get off. You know what? We're going to say that for another show. I'm going to write that down. Y'all won't hear freak stories from Fresh, but we can talk about sex though. Thank y'all for listening, man. We appreciate y'all. Our dream could not be accomplished without y'all listening. So we appreciate that. Follow us on social media at the Ain't Shit Show, IG, Twitter, YouTube, all that, SoundCloud. Leave a comment. Y'all know how we do. Help us get on the Apple Noteworthy page. If y'all shout us out on social media, tag us. We love it. Thank you very much. Rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade and
Angela.
B Hills.
Angela Harris, Pop.
Angela Harris and anybody else that has been affected by suicide. Talk to people again, check on your strong friend. And especially if somebody that seems to have some issues, definitely check on them. You know, I like to lead the show with a quote. And I feel like this ties it all in. Your brain is an organ too. Take care of it. All right. And until next week. And beat your meat. I mean, he sounds retarded, but I get what he's saying.
Yeah, it's just like your brain. Beat your meat.
Until next week, y'all be great. Wakanda forever.
Yeah.